Joy Conley, and this is my final exam for History of Computing. Can you imagine standing on an assembly line for 8 to 12 hours a day, removing castings from a mold, or welding automobile parts, or spray painting automobile parts? Well, these particular jobs were very monotonous, and not very many people wanted to do them. So when the industrial robot Unimate was introduced, it was very welcomed at General Motors. Unimate also means Universal Automation, and it was invented by George C. Devol. It was patented in 1954 and introduced to General Motors in 1961. The Unimate was so successful that thousands were manufactured and sold to companies in the U.S. as well as countries outside the U.S. According to History Reference, Great Scientific Achievements, the article, The First Industrial Robots, the Unimates, are mass-produced, they describe the Unimate as being very versatile at performing routine industrial tasks, and it was easy to program. It performed a variety of tasks in the automobile manufacturing field, from spray painting to running lathes. For those of y'all who do not know what a lathe is, it is a machine that holds material and rotates it around a horizontal axis against a tool that molds it and shapes it. Alright, so now that I have shared how the Unimate came into existence, let me briefly describe the cost and the appearance. The Unimate cost $25,000. It resembled the gun turret of a mini tank. The base of it was 4 feet by 5 feet, and it stood about 5 feet tall. It had a steel hand that was able to swivel, swing, and dip or turn at the wrist of a hydraulically powered arm. Alright, so we now know how this new industrial revolution looked and how it came into existence. And I'll just give you a little bit, I'll tell you a little bit about some of its capabilities. It was very versatile, and it performed a variety of tasks, such as it could pick up an egg without breaking it, but it could also pick up a 100-pound weight. It required no special training to program. It had the ability to perform complex actions requiring as many as 200 commands. It could be programmed and performed to do a task, but then you could erase its memory, and it could be reprogrammed to perform a different task. The memory was stored on a magnetic drum. Now, these magnetic drums, they could be taken out and stored and replaced with new ones. So, in conclusion, we'll do a recap on the Unimate. It was an industrial revolution in the year of 1961. It was invented by George C. Devol. It was versatile at performing routine industrial tasks. It was easy to program and reprogram, and it was such a success that it compelled the production of other industrial robots in other countries. It required no special training to program. It could perform one task, its memory could be erased, and it could be reprogrammed to perform another task. And the memory was stored on a magnetic drum, which could be taken out and stored for future use and a new one put in its place. The original Unimate, it had a huge impact on the industrial manufacturing field, but they have changed over time. Let's see, it stopped. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. The computer froze up just a little bit. But anyways, the original Unimate it had a huge impact on the industrial field, the industrial manufacturing field, and they have changed a great deal over time. They now have the ability to perform tasks requiring great care that the original could not do. Their magnetic drums have now been replaced with silicone chips and microcomputers, making the industrial robots more precise and reliable. So that is all I have on the Unimate, which came out in the year that I was born, 1961. Thank you.